Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Dallin Anderson and today I am excited to be going over NEO with you guys as requested by one of my VIP members. Apparently his wife holds this one, so he messaged me in my Discord VIP group and went ahead and requested this coin. So I'm super excited to be sharing with you my analysis. I will be starting with the big picture, running over a little bit of the shorter time frames, but mainly we're going to be looking over what's happening in the big picture here with NEO. So it's going to be super awesome. Make sure that you hit that like button for me right now. As you guys know, I am uploading 5 days a week all through 2020. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you guys can be updated along with me. All right, so without further ado, let's get straight into the analysis. This is NEO on the logarithmic chart, and I want to show you this because this whole fractal right here, where we have this large impulsive wave, and then we actually come back down to support and we test this chunk of support right here, and then we bounce in the market and we come back down and we start to round out and make a new structure like that, is actually common. We've seen this before. So I'm going to go over to tradingview.com. We're going to pull up the Brave Liquid Index on Bitcoin. That ticker is BLX. And that basically means that it takes all the exchanges that Bitcoin has been traded on since its creation and makes an index of them. If the exchange got shut down like Mt. Gox, then it takes that index and it just ends wherever the exchange shut down, wherever there was distortion in the data. So let's go ahead and take the BLX chart right here, Brave Liquid Index. This one you can only get on TradingView. You can't look it up on this site because this site really only allows for you to look at the coins data on CoinMarketCap. So let's go over to the Brave Liquid Index. And I want to start with this fractal because I think that it's important to help you guys remember how to keep your perspective in the markets, because sometimes what happens when you switch off the logarithmic chart and you see this and you see how much it went up in value and how far it went down, it can be kind of hard to believe that this would ever actually return to the upside and keep trending on the upside. But then when we compare it to Bitcoin on the logarithmic chart, we actually start to see that this isn't the craziest thing in the world. All right, so let's just go ahead and take this right here. And I'll show you how this whole thing is actually so similar to this area right here. So this move in the market, we have a very large increase in price. We go from like 5 cents to $30, which is just unbelievable percentage gains. And then after that, we actually correct. We have a bounce about halfway, and then we come back down to ranging support. It's actually closer to this support right here, but you can't really see it because we're in a bigger candlestick. But there is some support and resistance right there. And then we bounce up, we fall back down, we consolidate, and we start trending on the upside again. And we actually get above that previous all-time high. And that's really just the start for Bitcoin. Actually, this is just the beginning of everything that it does after that. It then goes on to return into a bull market, have another correction, return into another bull market, have another correction, and we're starting to return into another bull market. So as we can see in NEO, this whole move up right here, this whole impulsive move up right here, and then the correction with the little bounce on the way down, same spot too, closer to the top half rather than the bottom half. Then you get that bounce up just like we saw, return to support, and the beginning of a new trend establishment. And so with that new trend establishment, I really would not be surprised at all if NEO does actually get above its previous all-time high in the bigger picture, kind of in the long-term perspective of prices and analysis from here. And so with that being said, we can actually take the trend-based Fibonacci extension tool, and you can start to get some, some early targets on the 3-wave. These aren't places where we expect to see the market flip around, but these are places we can expect to see the market go. And maybe we do see a little bit of selling action there, but I don't think that that would be the top of the market anywhere around here. And so with that being said, NEO could be easily worth over $1,000, in the future. And its peak of the entire market was 190. So $1,000 would actually just kind of be the start of that new cycle before it can really start to go parabolic. But that's kind of the number I'm going with, is 1,000 as far as where we expect to see prices go upon a breakout of the previous all-time high of 190 during the mania of 2017, early 2018. So yeah, I think NEO is early on in its cycle, early on in its chart, in the big picture, and could easily go over 1,000 per coin. Now, in the smaller time frames, if we actually go into like the 12-hour time frame and look at what's going on here, I'm going to take it off the logarithmic chart. You can see that this was a very standard Elliott cycle over here on the left-hand side. We have a 1 and a 2 wave in the market. Then we proceed to make a 1-2, kind of a janky 3 wave here. Either way, the 4 wave doesn't overlap into the 1. So this is all still a valid Elliott wave count. Then we get that 5th wave up there, and then we get a very large A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. So that's standard bullish Elliott cycle, full-blown bullish Elliott cycle. Now what's going on over here is the start of a new Elliott cycle, and we can actually see that pretty easily because we already have the 1 wave in place, 1-2, but we're still making that 3 wave. So yeah, I expect on the shorter time frames, I expect us to get above this horizontal resistance, and we could easily be worth $26, $27 in that Elliott cycle that we've already started to kind of paint here. And we do have the profile for it to go up. We have rising price and rising volume in both this area right here and this area right here, which is a really, really good sign in the shorter time frames. So yeah, I really like NEO. Big picture, over 1,000. Shorter time frames, I expect us to break above horizontal resistance. We've got the volume for it. We've got the volume profile for it. We've got the market cycle for it. We've got the logarithmic fractal comparison to the BLX that I was showing you. We just have a lot of confluence in a lot of different areas that I really like. And so that's why I am personally bullish on NEO. I really appreciate my VIP member that told me to make a video about this. I really like it when you guys give me ideas. Even if I think it's a crappy idea and I don't want to do it, just give it to me either way, because then I can determine whether, I want to do it and whether I think that you guys will get value from what I do. So we're just going one more time here over to the BLX chart, but this time we're going to look at that same fractal just on the linear chart, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about when I say that the market cycles are the same. All right, so this right here is a linear chart of the first Bitcoin cycle, and this right here is a linear chart of the first NEO cycle. They are very, very similar in nature. Very, very similar. They're not exactly the same, but they rhyme, and that's what matters. We even have, when I was talking about that bounce on the way down, that's because it's an ABC correction. So you always get that A and that B wave. And that's that same A and that B wave, just the same way. This one has a little disbelief phase as well, a couple red candles. This one has a few red candles right here as a disbelief phase. They're just extremely similar. Also, look at where all the volume comes in Bitcoin's first cycle. All the volume comes in that disbelief in the first wave. look at what's happening. All that volume coming in and that disbelief in the first wave. So yeah, I really like the comparisons. They're super, super similar in nature. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am closing off my VIP to public purchasing, so make sure that you message me or email me on Gmail so you can get in on the VIP. I really appreciate all the new members. It's been exciting teaching you guys, giving you guys signals. So yeah, closing that off to the public. I will have a place on my website where you guys can apply, but really the best way to get in will just be to message me directly on Discord. Free links are in the description, or to email me. Links are also in the description, highaltitudeinvesting@gmail.com. So really appreciate you guys tuning in to today's analysis. Enjoy your Wednesday. I believe it's a Wednesday, and I will catch you guys in tomorrow on Thursday with some more analysis. Thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, stay profitable out there.